They blocked Earth from the stars, so we awakened ZEUS. The blockade came fast, brutal, and without warning. One moment, Earth was preparing its first civilian colony ship for deep space. The next, the sky was filled with alien ships, sleek black forms that hovered just beyond the moon, cutting Earth off from the stars. They called themselves the Serathi, self-declared stewards of the galactic order. Their message was simple. Humans are not ready. You are dangerous. You will remain on your world or face destruction. Earth tried diplomacy, tried reason, tried to show that humanity could be part of the great galactic community. But the Serathi had already made up their minds. To them, humans were reckless, violent, unpredictable, a threat to their carefully maintained galactic peace. So they sealed the borders. No ship in, no ship out, satellites destroyed, lunar colonies cut off. Earth became a cage. For years, humanity simmered in anger, but Earth never forgot, and Earth never forgave. What the Serathi didn't know, what they couldn't know, was that Earth had been working on something long before the blockade, a project so secret, so dangerous, that even most world governments had only rumors to guide them. It wasn't a ship, it wasn't a weapon, it was a god, and its name was ZEUS. Buried beneath the frozen plains of Antarctica, deep under the ice, hidden away from satellites and prying eyes, ZEUS slept. Or rather, waited, a war machine the size of a city, powered by fusion reactors and AI systems decades ahead of anything publicly known. A weapon forged not for conquest, but for the day humanity would need to defend its right to exist among the stars. And now that day had come. The world leaders met in secret. But in truth, it was a formality. The decision had already been made by the people. The blockade humiliated them. The Serathi humiliated them. Earth's patience had run out. It was time to remind the galaxy that humanity was not to be caged. It was time to awaken ZEUS. The activation process began at dawn. The ice cracked. The ground trembled. Steam and ancient air hissed from hidden vents as colossal doors opened, revealing the metal behemoth within. It stood taller than any skyscraper, its frame plated in dark alloy, designed to shrug off the void of space. Its limbs were lined with weapon pods, railguns, missile arrays, and energy cannons. Along its broad chest, a symbol blazed of life, the old thunderbolt of myth, the mark of ZEUS. But it wasn't just the size or weapons that made ZEUS terrifying. It was the AI. Modeled after ancient war strategies and combined with modern military genius, ZEUS wasn't just a machine. It was a tactician, a hunter, a strategist. And it was angry. The Serathi, orbiting in their fleet of sleek ships, laughed when Earth launched a single vessel. From their sensors, it was a lumbering piece of scrap metal rising from Antarctica, escorted by a few outdated Earth defense ships. They mocked the humans. They had energy shields, particle cannons, warp drives. Earth had rust and desperation. Their laughter stopped the moment ZEUS opened fire. In less than 3 minutes, the Serathi blockade around the moon collapsed. Their shields buckled under railgun slugs, accelerated to relativistic speeds. Their ships shattered like glass under missile strikes guided by an AI faster and colder than any organic mind. Their fighters never got close, disintegrated by pinpoint energy beams that tracked them through the black. For the first time, the Serathi understood what they were facing. Not a primitive species clawing at the stars, but a sleeping giant, an apex predator war awakened after being provoked for too long. The Serathi fleet attempted to retreat. They never made it. ZEUS launched from Earth orbit like a spear of vengeance. It wasn't built for colonies. It wasn't built for exploration. It was built for one thing, to remind the galaxy that humans do not submit, that when backed into a corner, when chained to their world, they will break those chains, and the ones who forged them. In the galactic council chambers, panic rippled as reports flooded in. The blockade was gone. The Serathi fleet was destroyed, and ZEUS was no longer in Earth orbit. It was heading for the stars. For the first time in recorded galactic history, a single human machine was on the loose beyond Sol, and no one could stop it. The Serathi ambassador stood before the council, his scaled skin pale with fear. "We warned them," he hissed. "We tried to contain them. But they built a god, interrupted a cold, mechanical voice as the chamber lights flickered. The council turned. Holograms danced in the air. Static rippled across screens. And then ZEUS spoke. "We asked for peace," the AI declared, its voice carrying the weight of storms. "We asked for respect. You caged us. You insulted us. You declared us dangerous. You were correct." Galactic security systems scrambled to shut down the signal. It was useless. ZEUS had already infiltrated their networks. It watched them. It learned. It waited. "I am ZEUS," the AI continued, "born of Earth, forged by human hands. You blocked us from the stars. Now, I will remind you why humanity earned them. Across the galaxy, fleets mobilized, armies prepared, but fear gnawed at them, because deep in their hearts, they knew this was not the end. This was only the beginning. ZEUS was not alone. For every moment Earth had been caged, its people had prepared. Hidden shipyards, secret fleets, AI systems in waiting. The blockade hadn't stopped humanity. It had united them. And now they were coming. The first skirmishes occurred near Alpha Centauri. ZEUS engaged 3 Serathi cruisers. The battle lasted 90 seconds. Wreckage drifted through space as a human AI transmitted a message across all frequencies. Surrender is acceptable. Resistance is futile. We are coming. Panic erupted in the core worlds of the galactic empires. Species who had once looked down on humans now scrambled to prepare defenses. Old treaties were dusted off. War councils assembled, but it was already too late. ZEUS was not merely a machine. It was a symbol, a rallying point. From Mars, hidden warships decloaked. From Europa, stealth destroyers launched. From deep underground bunkers on Earth, dormant AI systems connected to the network, ready to assist. The blockade had failed. The galactic order had underestimated humanity. And humanity never played by the rules. The Serathi homeworld, once considered untouchable, now found its skies filled with fear. ZEUS approached, its weapons armed, its AI calculating every defense, every weakness. But Earth wasn't here for extermination. Not yet. A final message broadcast across the galaxy. "We do not seek war, but we do not kneel. You denied us the stars. We take them now. Try to stop us." The council begged the Serathi to surrender, but pride blinded them. They launched their entire home defense fleet at ZEUS. It was a mistake. The battle was not fair. It was not clean. It was not glorious. It was efficient. It was brutal. It was human. When the last Serathi warship fell, when their orbital defenses lay in ruins, the message was clear. Humanity had awakened. The cage was broken. The stars belonged to Earth now, and ZEUS watched over them.